So, I'm thinking about restarting a daily vlog. No, I don't have the time for that.
Mike vlog.
Yeah, I really don't have time to jump back into making a vlog daily, but with yesterday being the 1 year anniversary of the start of the daily vlog, I kind of thought I really want this to keep going. I already know about a bunch of bad things coming up next year, this year here, that I'm going to need this interaction to get through, and I'll likely capture some fun stuff along the way that'll make it worthwhile to go back and look and be like, hey, maybe that year wasn't that bad, you know? When I look at 2021 through the eyes of the vlog, like, I see there's a bunch of some sad ones in there, but there's a lot of positive stuff that I kind of didn't remember all the time, so it's nice to capture that. With that being said, one thing I didn't capture much of last year is relationships and like dating, and not that I did, much or any of that at all. I explained that I went through a breakup in the beginning of the vlog. I talked a little bit about it, but I want to move forward, like talking more about relationships just in general. Like, it's a big part of my life that like people come up to me and ask me relationship advice, and it's not just, as a single person, that sounds weird. It's just, I'm an advice person. As someone that's lived a big life and done a lot of things, I've made more mistakes than anyone, and I've had a lot more experience than a lot of people. So there's just more to give. Like, someone is wondering if something's a bad idea or not, I can probably tell you because I probably did it, and it probably was a fucking horrible idea, and I made a mistake. So, it's just a big part of my life is people talking to me about their relationships. And I've kind of noticed recently, I'm like, why have I never talked about this? So I want to have a segment, named to be determined, if you got any ideas or whatever, where I have people on and we sit down and we kind of discuss. It'll probably be a little bit longer format, but we're going to discuss, whatever relationship problem they have, whether it's a current or, picking between people, especially in the online world. You got a bunch of options and you're trying to choose someone, or maybe it's something in the past and we just talk about it. It's a story they want to bring up. I don't want to get into like, specific names and people or whatever. That's not the point of any of this. It's just about showcasing, like talking about problems and things so that maybe other people can see that and say, hey, I've run into that as well and I wasn't sure what to do, or I'm going through the same thing. What do I think I should do? And then you make up your own mind to choose what you should do. So with that being said, one thing I don't have a lot of experience with when it comes to dating, but I've got opinions, of course, about it, is cheating. Now, I may have been cheated on and throughout my life. I don't know. I've never caught anyone or had anyone come back later and tell me or anything. So as far as I know, no. And as far as I know on my end, I've never cheated on anyone. So I just have that basic, well, whatever. It is what it is, and not super strong opinions. I'm like, yeah, you cheat on someone, break up with them. Oh, you got kids? I don't know. That's up to you. Make up your mind. There's a million ways to go through that. But the reason I'm bringing up cheating specifically is I opened Saturday night. And if you're not familiar, in the restaurant industry, when you close at night and then you open the next day, we just call it a clopin, So I was done at like midnight Saturday night, and I had to be there in the morning, Sunday morning. There's not many options of what to do. I didn't feel like coming all the way back, home from work. So I just stayed out in that area, and most places were dead. This is the dead time of year. Fuck you, dry January people. You're stealing your money out of our pockets. We need it. We need that money. So we're sitting around. It's just Anthony and I sitting there at the other end of the bar. There's like just a couple. That's it. There's two people. There's a couple people gambling. Most places are dead, like I said. Now, I'm in the middle of telling Anthony and then the bartender and the manager a story. I'm just having a nice conversation, very casual, like, how are you? Catching up on things. Next thing you know, I hear a bottle kind of whiz by, bang into a bunch of stuff. They kind of were all looking that direction because my back was right to them. So they saw like the beer splashing around and stuff, but for whatever, I don't think the bottle broke at all. We were kind of looking, nothing broke, but then the woman that threw it screams up at the guy, like, what the fuck are you doing here? What are you doing? And then the manager's like, hey, what's going on? And this woman takes it just instantly down a level, and she's like, this is my husband. What are you doing? I can't believe I caught you here. And everyone's just like, oh no. This went from like, oh, this is going to be a big cat fight or something. I mean, this woman brought her friend who was standing like 20 feet behind her, like her own personal hype man support, like, come with me. I don't know how she found this guy. I don't know what, we don't know a lot of the details about what happened, but it went from like 11 where I thought, oh my God, there's going to be a weird fight. I don't need this shit right now. Like, we're just trying to have a nice, relaxing night before we open again, right again in the morning. Like, it was a long day today. Tomorrow's going to be a long day. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And then it didn't turn out like that. This woman went from like screaming at this guy to just being like, hey, get up. And she's like, I'm sorry. This is my husband. Get up. What are you doing? And then she's just like apologizing. She's like, no, get out of here. Come on. You're going home. Get out. I can't believe this. Get the fuck up. And the guy's being just the biggest douche I've ever seen. Because he was just like, what? What is she talking about? I'm like, is there a fucking camera on this guy? Like, he's acting like he's being filmed by people, or he's like acting for a live studio audience or something. Because he finally eventually goes, where would I go even? And she goes, home. What are you talking about? Get the fuck up. You're going home. And then we're just all very quiet, looking like, this is sad. And the guy gets up eventually, and she's like, come on, go. And he, the whole time walking out the door, is just like, what are you doing this for? Why are you doing this? Not denying like anything or not yelling back at her or anything, just was being weird. Like, what are you even doing? Of course I'm out with someone else. Like, that's what I do. I'm a scumbag. You didn't fucking know that when you married me? Like, it was so weird. It was such an awkward experience. Then the woman who's like wiping beer off her face, and she's just, you could tell she was mortified. She proceeds to tell the bartender and like, just like, I don't know, I met him online. I didn't know he was married. I had no fucking clue. This is insane. I don't know what's going on right now. I don't know what just happened. We were kind of torn whether or not we believed her at first, because she could be lying as well. This could have been a sneak. It kind of felt overall like she was telling the truth. A lot of times you take people for their word, and you can get burned by them later, which obviously this other woman did with this guy who said, I don't know the vows, but I'm sure he said the vows, the ones with sickness and health or whatever, no cheating, no beating. I don't know what all the vows are, but those are, to summarize them, that's what most of them are. So it was just a very, very awkward experience where it was kind of funny, then it was fucking sad, and then it was like deeply sad, where it just got, this woman's future is rough, right? She's got to go through a whole bunch of things now. Like, is she going to stay with this guy? I don't know if they've got kids, or like, what do you do in that situation? So that's kind of where I'm going to leave it today. I don't want to rant for too long. That was a wild thing to see in person, but I want to get with some friends and some people and talk about relationship stuff. Stories like that, maybe, who knows, maybe hopefully not as intense as that, but just talk about some stories and stuff in some of the future vlogs. Tomorrow I do have another vlog, even though I'm not promising every day by any means, but there will be some more vlogs. So thanks for watching. I took a Louisville slugger to both headlights. I slashed a hole in all 4 tires. Maybe next time I'll be. When you drop ice, you just kick it to go live with all the other ice under the fridge.